Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Casper. Today's video, we're gonna be talking about the 8th episode, season 2 of Tulsa King. Season 2, 8th episode of Tulsa King is called Under New Management. It's 42 minutes, directed by Kevin Dowling. This episode absolutely just seeing a lot of turn of events, plus we're seeing a lot of events that are getting basically its repercussions of people trying to do things in their own way. So talking about people trying to do things their own way, it's not only with Tyson in here, we actually have Thresher's partner proposing a new deal, aka new management for the business, and Thresher is literally forced to do that. Can't believe that this season is about to be over. And another feeling I'm having while watching this through is, how is there only 10 episodes? Going back from the last episode of knowing that Tyson really had to go to Bill's spot and shoot up the place, but just Tyson's mentality in general really showed a lot of immaturity, but the repercussions of what he did. This episode, we're now seeing Dwight and the Mafia family sitting down with Tyson and letting him know, hey, we have your back in these moments, but we're just not liking the decision making you're doing. If you continue this way, it's gonna look bad for the whole family. We're seeing more detail in Tyson's family, especially with Mark knowing that his wife and Tyson are not in the best of terms, especially on what happened. Not only that, the lines for Mark and his wife, very realistic, straight on point. One of those lines that straight hit you right away. So good script writing for Mark. I really enjoyed the fact that he just got to read this script and his acting would make that scene just as believable and take it to an all-star level. Really enjoy his acting, Tyson's dad. On the other side, Bill thinks that Dwight is responsible for this shooting, creating like a little war now, and Bill is trying to figure out who was the one that shot up his own man. So Bill has a man right now who did survive the shooting, but now we have Bill over here basically trying to start war with Dwight, and Dwight on the other side of this is holding back a little bit and making sure that he's trying to let other people attack first. Thresher out of nowhere did not expect the fact to be in this position. Thresher is now getting bullied by his Chinese mafia boss partner, ended up taking Thresher's men to turn on him and point guns at him. Thresher now needs to sell this business for $1,000, so super grimy. I honestly can't believe that actually happened. From the last episode, we saw Tina and Manfredi talk about a little bit on what's going on. Manfredi's still uncomfortable on explaining it, and in this episode we get more of the rundown of what happened, and Manfredi's telling his daughter Tina that she has to go now. Very sad that this episode is showing the events of Tina leaving, and I hope that this isn't the last time we see her. Hopefully she can be a character we see show up again, but now Manfredi is calling New York, letting Chicky know, out of all people, that his daughter is going back to New York. You can really feel that separation scene, and you can see with the lines as well that was very tough on both of them and everyone else. Good acting with Stallone in this episode, like very good, strong dialogue, really good one-on-one acting with his daughter when he has to explain and talk to her at the table. Phenomenal acting scene. That was a standout in this episode that I was like, wow, shout out to Stallone. He has to tell his group that let's close down this shop. They end up closing the shop. Crew's right there talking about it. On the other side, we have Bill trying to talk to his men on how they're gonna attack Dwight Manfredi. Very intense moments, because while he's explaining what's going on, out of nowhere, one, he's letting Chicky know who's responsible for this. Chicky has no idea, and Chicky is basically saying, if you have to do things in your own hands, Bill, go ahead, you have my approval. So that's insane. Not only that, Thresher shows up to Bill's office pretty much and basically said, let's work together because my partner is betraying me. Bill finds out from that interaction that Thresher's partner, the Chinese mafia dude, is responsible for the attempt on Manfredi's life. Now Bill is like confused, angry, pissed off on what's happening. Bill already sent one of his men to go spy on Manfredi. Very insane that we saw Jimmy have to take the freaking bullet. Didn't look good at all. Now Manfredi is on super high alert. Manfredi is super pissed. Got Armand in here on desperate mode, out of nowhere, hit up his wife to basically reconcile their differences, but his wife is moving on. She does not want to do anything with Armand at all. There's moments in this episode where Armand is just like, bruh, no way this dude showed up to this moment. Buildup on Armand not looking good is extreme in this episode. Ends up stealing from his own people, confronting Manfredi's own team like, hey, F y'all, I don't like none of you guys no more. Once Manfredi finds out that Armand's doing that, oh man, I can only imagine what's gonna happen. Armand in this episode had had some pretty intense lines for that buildup of what he ends up doing. Really enjoyed the fact that at that barn that Armand works at, we do have Sylvester Stallone's real daughter in this TV show. Spencer, aka Scarlett, got some screen time. Good job on the acting. I thought it was well done. Very believable. You see Margaret as well, see Armand drunk at work. Very intense scene, but a good scene as well to see that the other characters are also dealing with, you know, this dude Armand. We end up ending the episode with Armand stealing money from the whole group. There's only like 2 episodes left, so I don't know how it's ending. Really enjoyed every single event that's happening here, especially Manfredi with his daughter, Manfredi dealing with his team, the moments with Tyson. Very good dialogue. The script was well written. So I have Chicky finally getting dismissed of his duties. They didn't do anything vicious to him, so I guess they have respect towards Chicky, even though he did his own dad dirty. Vince is now in charge, so let's see what Chicky ends up doing. But overall, this episode, good acting from everybody. Costume design was great. There wasn't no music in this episode that made me be like, come on guys, why did you choose that? But good placement, good camera movement, quality was great. I really like the positioning on showing everybody and on screen rather than focusing on one character. Everybody in here fit on the screen. If you see this episode, there's a lot of people showing up. Let's see what happens with Jimmy. Let's see how that ends up unfolding, because the last 10 minutes of this episode flew by like a minute. I honestly can't believe the episode ended how it did, with just Armand just leaving us like that. Man, just made it the anticipation grow a lot more. Can't even make a prediction on how it's gonna unfold at all. Really wish that the last 2 episodes could at least be like maybe 2 hours long, just to end it on some season finale awesomeness, because these episodes are flying crazy quick. So after my watching Tulsa King season 2 episode 8 under new management, out of 10, I'm gonna have to give this episode a 10 out of 10. So that's my review for the 2nd season of Tulsa King episode 8 under new management. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.